Hey everybody, it's Sherry. I know it's been a while, it's just the way I work. I thought it would be fun today to do a ranking video. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I just kept putting it off, and then other things came up. But I decided to start ranking with my Nomad palettes because I have quite a few of their palettes. I have been collecting them. I think I got my first vault from them a couple years ago. Yeah, because it had the Tokyo, I can't remember the names of them, the Berlin Underground, the Marrakesh, and the Magic something. I'll tell you when we get to it. But I have them all here. I do have a kitty in the room filming with me today, so if things move, like I think my camera moved a little, my stand, but if things move, if something jumps, that would be her. She loves it in here when the windows are open, so, well, the curtains. The window's open because it's super, super windy outside and I don't really want anything to blow away. All right, so we're gonna go through my Nomad palettes and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. Wow. They take up a lot of drawer space because I got 10 of them and I've got them all in one drawer. But here we go. Number 10, I have the Shanghai palette. Now, the reason it's number 10 for me is because I just really haven't used it. I like having a good amount of mattes and sparklies that I can mix together, but for some reason I get a little stumped on this one because there's not a lot of color to any of the mattes. I'm peeking. Not a lot of color to any of the mattes, but the sparkles are beautiful. So I know this one, I don't think this is available anymore. This was a controversial one due to some naming issues. I'm not going into that. I'm just talking about color stories here. But, you know, I think the sparkles are beautiful, but I'm just not, the cat's rubbing up against the camera. Hi, Perry. But I'm just not drawn to this one. It doesn't have everything I feel like I need in one palette, and that's when I want a palette, that's what I want to have. Number 9. This was in the set of 4 I originally got, and the reason it's number 9 is because the Berlin Underground palette is just because I still haven't used it. It's grungy, it's really pretty. I don't know why I haven't used it. The colors generally don't call for me. And these are more shimmers than mattes, I believe. Yeah, more shimmery. Very pretty. But I'm hoping I start reaching for this because I think I need to put it up and start. See if I really like it or if I don't. But right now it's at number 9. Number 8 is the Marrakesh palette. This one is pretty too. This one I have used once or twice and I do really like it. Some of those reds and stuff in there are just the right undertone of red for me. Because some reds I'll put on and it'll just look absolutely awful. These look good. So this one has a good amount of colors that I am more likely to use. So since I have used it, and I had not used the other two, that automatically made it number 8. So from 7 on, these are all ones that I really, really like. They're all ones I use, they're all last problems. They're ones that I reach for more repeatedly. Now this number 7 is the Tokyo palette. It's super cute. It's a lot of little pastels and a lot of little kitty faces, and I love the little kitty faces. And I do love the shimmers. I really like all of these. I just don't reach for these colors that often. When I do, especially in the spring, and then I've used it in conjunction with another palette of theirs as well, it works really well. So I have no complaints about this palette. It's just not as grabbing to me as the others are. Number 6, the America's Park palette. Once again, super pretty. I like the color scheme. I just haven't reached for it as much and I don't know why. Because I could easily make so many different color combinations out of this that I don't know why I don't reach for it more, but I look at it and sometimes I just get stumped. So while it is super pretty and you know, I'm still gonna use it, it's not as high up as the others, obviously, which how many times can I say that? Sheesh. All right. Moving on. I lost track, we're halfway through. Number 5 is the Haunted Europe palette. Now this one's a little bit bigger So is the Shanghai one. Actually, I didn't really like the packaging on the Shanghai with the fold up mirrors. It was awkward for me. And this one, Haunted Europe, is super pretty. It's just bigger, but it's that grungy color story I go for in fall. There's a couple palettes I have in the fall time and Halloween time that I reach for over and over again. This is in there now because the colors are just so dreary, not dreary. They're dark and grungy, which for some reason my brain is thinking that means, I don't know. So I love these colors. I love these shades of blue and the purples and the greens. These I haven't reached for as much. I usually tend to go more on this side and then I guess down here. Okay, so these four I haven't reached for too much in here, but I do love this palette and I'm very glad I have it. Number 4. Now this is that one I couldn't pronounce at the beginning because I couldn't remember the name for sure. Cartagena Magica. Cartagena Magica. I think I said that right. Super pretty packaging. And these colors all scream summer to me. So this is the first one of theirs I actually used because when I got them and stuff, I saw these colors and I was in love. Some of these shimmers especially, well, all of these, but really Delamore, de Soledad, Mas Intensa, they're all really pretty and they look stunning on the eyes. So this is one that is higher up for me and I will be reaching for a lot more soon as the weather gets warmer. Today we're getting wind and I guess it's hot and humid out there, but then also severe storms tonight. Go Midwest. All right, the next one, this is number 3 because we're in the top 3 now, folks. Number 3 is the Nomad Whistler one. And this one is next, not the newest, but the one before that. And it is a beautiful color story. I love this one in the winter. Like again, I have a couple winter palettes I reach for. I reach for this, I reach for Gourmand Girls. Did I say that right or wrong? I'm not sure. I reach for their This Time of Year palette, this one, and the one after this, I tend to reach for more in the winter time because the colors just scream at me. But the greens, the blues, those are my favorites in here. The yellow is good. The reds are nice on my eyes too. There's really not a bad color out of this palette. I think they're all really nice. They all complement each other. The one I probably use the least is Powder Specialist, but that's just because it's light and it's more of a topper. But it's absolutely beautiful. All right, last 2, folks. These were super hard because I love both of these palettes so much. I have used both of these a lot already. And 1 and 2 would probably change depending on the day. So today, let me fix this, my kitty messed it up, is the Land Elf and the Iceland Fire and Ice palette. I don't know why I tried to pronounce that because I'm not good like that. So Ireland Fire and Ice. I hope you guys all just laugh with me. I have things in my brain and stuff that mess up my talking sometimes, so. But I gotta do it because I want to. All right, so the Iceland palette. This has been my favorite for a long time of theirs. These blues and purples and even just the oranges and stuff in the middle, they all make fantastic looks. I have not made a look with this that I don't like. Everything is awesome. So, and Valkyrie down here, this one is really pretty. And then there's just a lot, what other ones are there? Elves with the little elves sticking out of it. And then God's Waterfall. So these are just magical shimmers and I absolutely love them. So I really love this one. I reach for it a lot. This is one where in the winter, I love it too. And I really like Iceland and the Norse mythology that they have with it. I have a friend who wrote a book and I'll put a link for it down below. It's called Children. And it's about the Norse gods and, you know, just what they do on a regular basis and their children. And it gets interesting. So that's number 2. Now I have fingers with stuff on them. That's what I have hands for, right? Number 1 right now is their newest one, the Paradise Island. If this wasn't summer, or if it wasn't spring leading into summer, and I wasn't just using this a lot because it's new. I don't know if it would be number 1 or number 2. Honestly, my rankings would probably change depending on the month, the week, you never know. But right now, this is my favorite to use because some of these will show up as pastel, some of them show up a little brighter, and this is the one I use the Tokyo palette with because Tokyo had a nice brighter pink in it that I thought complemented some of the other colors in this well. So those 2 palettes combined, I think, are very good complementary palettes. I'm sorry, I'm not used to this. It's been quite a while. I gotta give me a little break. I'm a little rusty, but I love all these colors. I have now used almost every one. Yeah, because I used the bottom row, I used the middle row today. I've used about every single one of these shadows. And that just doesn't happen that often, especially in a palette this big. But this one has made me feel more creative. It has made me have better ideas in my head. Today I have it on with the greens and some teal and a little bit of that yellowish color. Today I've got stingray, lizard, turtle, and fish on my eyes. And they're all really pretty. I love how it came together. I have not made a look I don't like so far with this palette. So that's ranking number 1 for me at the moment. So if you have Nomad palettes, let me know. What do you think? What are your favorite ones? Do you switch your ranking depending on the day, or do you just kind of have a set, this is what I like, and that's just how it is? Let me know. I'm curious. Also, I will try and have my socials linked below. I am on Instagram the most. It's shorter, it doesn't take a lot of time, and lately time is not something I have because things have just been so crazy at my house. Not all bad crazy, just crazy. So, you know, with 7 pets and a kid and a husband, it gets kind of crazy. So anyway, I'm done with my rambling for now. Everybody, remember that you are loved, you are worthy, and you never have to be perfect, especially in makeup. Bye.